Ushe, popularly known as Rai, who made headlines after criticizing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration over economic hardship, is reportedly being punished by the National Youth Service Corps. A video featuring Rai went viral on social media after she called Tinubu a terrible president and subsequently promoted a 30-day challenge among young people to voice their complaints about the high cost of living in Nigeria. The National Youth Service Corps reportedly extended Rai's service year by 2 months as punishment for the viral video. Rai had only 1 month left of her mandatory national service before the extension. The development has been condemned by a cross-section of Nigerians. Let me take Omoyele Showere's tweet. He wrote, "This Tinubu regime might go down with Rita Rai's National Youth Service Corps matter. This is not acceptable. We will mobilize down to the passing out parade, except Rita is allowed to complete her NYSC national service without let or hindrance. #revolution now." Zimbai, this story was quite alarming and it's been trending, and we do need a response from NYSC as to why that happened. What is the reason why her service was extended by 2 months?
Absolutely, because at the time when the story came out and it gained traction, there were assurances that she wasn't going to be penalized or victimized or punished in any way for having said that statement. You remember we went through the code of conduct for NYSC. We unpacked it in so many different ways. And ultimately, what we all agreed was the fact that being a copper does not restrict your freedom of speech whatsoever. Your right that is enshrined within the Constitution. Is calling a president a terrible president a derogatory thing? We agreed that it's not. And even the president has gone on to say that he is open to criticism, that he should allow criticism. But we made the same point here on this table that the president is saying this, but unfortunately the various sycophants in various places don't follow that same advice. They can't take it. They're unable to take it. And it's unfortunate.
Breaking news again. NYC extends service year of a Tinubu critic, Wisdom Raye, also known as Rita Ushe. We know when this girl came out to say Tinubu's government is, it's terrible, it's miserable, and several other things. And NYC moved to punish her, but Omoyele Showore intervened, went to NYC camp, and they helped this girl. Now, this girl has 1 month left to finish her NYC service. NYC has purportedly increased her service by 2 months. That means after everybody has passed out, she will need to stay back for additional 2 months as punishment for criticizing Tinubu's government. This is actually terrible, not acceptable. And I tell you, Omoyele Showore has reacted again, saying that this is unacceptable. Tinubu's government might go down because of this girl, because the punishment they're giving this girl is not acceptable. The girl, as an NYC person, has her human right to exercise, has a right to speak, has freedom of speech, has a right to say things that, that she's not pleased with and voice out, and her voice deserves to be heard. But unfortunately, NYC has gone ahead to punish this girl. Is this right? That is the question everybody is asking now. Why must you punish this girl for speaking out? The economy is harsh. Everybody is feeling it. It's painful to everybody. Why should she be punished? Tinubu himself, according to the analysis from the Arise TV, Tinubu has actually accepted, to be criticized, but now criticisms are coming, but he is not able to stand it. He is not able to accept it. But politically, he agreed that he can be criticized. He can be this with his freedom of speech. They are ready to treat every criticism constructively. But criticism is coming, and you are punishing the people. The same way the girl, that led the group in nursing school at Agbo, that chanted a song when they say Tinubu, this is your mama. Now your mama be this, so they say it's not their mama. The girl that led that group has been punished also, and learned her nursing school, has been extended by 1 year. She failed final year, and they purportedly failed her in that final year for criticizing them. So this riot is a case now that everybody is reacting to, and I wonder how this is going to be treated. And now let's get online and get a few write-ups. Riot's service year extended. NYSC punishes Corp member over viral criticism of Tinubu's government. So the National Youth Service Corp has extended the service year of Miss Rita Uche, widely known on social media as Raye, by 2 months following her viral video criticizing the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over worsening economic hardship in the country. Can you imagine? Now, the controversial decision comes 3 months after Raye's tearful TikTok post in March, where she decried the unbearable cost of living in Lagos and described the Tinubu-led government as terrible. So the video sparked widespread online debate, drawing public sympathy and condemnation of perceived attempts by NYC authorities to silence her. So, following the viral video, Raye reported receiving several calls from NYC officials demanding she take down the video and warning her against making political statements online. She was subsequently summoned to appear at the Etiosa local government NYC office. However, when she arrived with activist Omoyele Sowore and her legal team, the official who summoned her failed to appear. We know that they ran away. Okay. So the matter re-emerged last Wednesday, June 18, when Raye was summoned again, this time the NYC orientation camp in Iyano, Ipaja, Lagos. Okay, there she was informed without any formal written notice that her service year had been extended by 2 months as a punitive measure. So Jonathan Obal, South-South coordinator of the Take It Back movement, who has been in contact with Raye's family, told Cross River Watch that the extension came as a shock and left Raye emotionally devastated. So she called her mother in tears after being informed of the extension. We tried to reach her, but she is not in the right state of mind to speak, Obal said. So Raye had reportedly apologized to NYC staff during the latest meeting in a bid to de-escalate tensions, though she maintains that her original post reflected the real struggles of many young Nigerians. So in the video posted in March, Raye lamented skyrocketing prices of food, electricity, transportation, and general living expenses, questioning what the Tinubu administration was doing to address the economic crisis. So why I am being told that a crate of egg costs 6,500 naira? Or why am I being told that a crate of egg costs 6,500 naira? Lagos stinks. Everything is unbearable. Even Uber now costs 25,000. So the NYC allowance is a joke. What is this government doing? She asked. That was in her viral video. So she also accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu directly. I don't know if there is a worse president than you, but you are a terrible president. The viral post triggered intense debate about whether Corp members, like all Nigerian citizens, should be free to express their opinions on governance. So as it stands, Ms. Uche is expected to serve an additional 2 months, barring any legal or administrative intervention. Supporters online have launched a hashtag Justice for Raye hashtag, calling for the reversal of the extension and demanding NYC accountability. So how can they say they are barring legal challenge or challenging the decision? For now, the young graduate remains the unlikely face of a growing generation of Nigerians using social media to hold power to account and facing consequences for doing so. It's actually a very bad one that the government is barring her and stopping her from using any legal means to support or challenge the decision of the NYC. Who does that? That's the question. Who does that? So now that she's been punished, how is she going to survive it? Why would you punish her? That is the question. Even everybody is now coming out to say, no, this is not acceptable. And I'm sure Shiwore is taking it up again on a different level to ensure that this matter is treated, adequately, and that this punitive method against Raye is withdrawn effective immediately, because it's actually not acceptable. This is the reason why people are saying that the government is trying to stifle every voice of opposition and every public voice that is criticizing the government. The government doesn't want to take any form of criticism and doesn't want to stand any opposition. And that is terrible. That is very bad. And you say we are democratic when we are not. At the same time, that Nigeria is not sliding into one-party system, and they say it's not one-party system. So what are we saying? So with the way it is, after now, they want to make sure that nobody coughs, nobody talk. They do it, they talk na do. They say it, they do it, and nobody should challenge them. Which government runs like that? That is dictatorship. That only happens in the military. And that was why Democrats fought hard to ensure that we're out of military dictatorship under the leadership of the then Buhari, Babangida, and eventually Abacha, before Sheneko came in, and then before Obasanjo took over in 1999. So now we thought we had done with the dictatorship under the military, but now that Tinubu dictatorship is back again. Even Tinubu was not even a military man before. Even Buhari, that was a military man, dictatorship was not like this. So it's an unfortunate situation that we're sliding into, and most people that are speaking out are being punished for speaking out. Look at what Showore was locked for a while before he was released. What is his name? Dele Farotimi was also locked for speaking against injustice in the judiciary system. Now, this girl is being punished for speaking out against bad governance and, hardship in the country. When the youth protested against end bad governance in Nigeria, or rather protested for end to bad governance in Nigeria, they arrested so many of them and locked them up. So what kind of government are we running? That is the problem. Quite unfortunate. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment, as this riot case is now bringing smoke again.